The Disappearance of QuickBlaster. On December 3rd, 2025, my friend QuickBlaster changed his online username for the very first time. And before I go any further, I need to make something very clear. I have never met QuickBlaster in real life. I have never shaken his hand, and I do not know his height. I have only ever known him as Pixels, a name, and a voice. You get the point. Anyways, I am under the belief that the QuickBlaster we all knew is gone. The change of his username is what clued me in, but he's been gone for much, much longer. Who have I been talking to all this time? Before we can answer that question, I need to tell you the history of QuickBlaster. He worshipped his waifus. He loved playing Gary's Mod, and he enjoyed making animations. And there are two things he would never do. One, he would never change his name. And two, he would never click a link. And that is exactly why I believe that the QB I've been talking to is going through an identity crisis. Did you catch that? The QB that I've been talking to. Keep that in mind. As for the name change, I mean, it's normal for some people to change their username. I've done it. I changed my name because it was adolescent. QB loved his name. He took pride in it, and it sure as hell doesn't sound immature. I did some research that was definitely not the Google AI-generated response, and I found out the recipe for an identity crisis is sudden, deep-seated changes in behavior, values, or personality. I was a fool for not noticing. For over a year, I spoke to an imposter, because all those interests I mentioned, they're gone. QB had not been obsessing over his waifus. He swore an oath which prohibited himself from playing Gary's Mod, and the last time he uploaded an animation to his YouTube channel was May 9th, 2023. If I was going to get to the bottom of this mystery, I was going to need help. What I learned was disturbing. The man I sought help from was Pliers, who had been QB's friend before me. In exchange for what information he knew and his cooperation, I was first to supply him with a, quote, badly drawn Minecraft creeper, end quote. Out of the concern for my friend, I hastily drew this creeper. I didn't dare ask what he needed the creeper for. In fact, I didn't want to know. The drawing did seem to satisfy Pliers, so with his help, I would hopefully begin to uncover the truth of this mystery. My interrogation of Pliers could finally commence. I knew something that Pliers didn't know. I knew he was involved in the creation of a certain video, a video titled The Ultimate Racist. For those of you who do not know what The Ultimate Racist is, it's a video of a van with the signature QB color scheme of red and blue driving along the Ontario Peace Bridge. Pliers revealed that he did significant research and development for the van featured in the video. The van is supposed to be the ultimate vehicle that not even the police are able to stop, the perfect getaway van. It turns out Pliers was quite the yapper, and told me much more than he should have. During the interrogation, Pliers admitted to constructing QB AIs known as Qbots to fight against each other in a survival of the fittest simulation. The goal? To kill all others and be the lone survivor. The victor of the game was Qbot 27. The simulation took place about 7 years ago. And Qbot 27 has been left alone in its thoughts ever since. The number 27, eerily enough, is how old QuickBlaster is supposed to be as of right now, which is no coincidence. it's time I introduce you to another friend. There is a name whispered in the shadows of certain corners of the internet. Lord of the Bombs. He is one of a few select people that know QuickBlaster in the flesh. On November 6, 2024, Lord of the Bombs orchestrated the kidnapping of QuickBlaster. He did so by sending a false link of the Ultimate Racist video to QuickBlaster for a birthday present. In a moment of weakness, QuickBlaster, trusting one of his closest friends, clicked on that link. A grave mistake. When the link was clicked, QuickBlaster's account instantly became compromised and replaced with QBot27, all according to Bombs' plan. Once QuickBlaster turned 27, QBot27's model began to collapse, which made it sentient. Over the course of the next year, QBot would endure its identity crisis, which over time would get rid of the interests of who it was modeled after, slowly enough to fool those around it, including myself. The final straw, however, was when the malfunctioning AI would change its username to Tome Knight. Pliers unintentionally supplied Bombs with the tools he needed to pull off this heist. But was it an accident or a calculated move? Bombs claims that Pliers made the van. Pliers could have stored QBot27's model inside the van. I think both of these individuals should not be trusted. I demand the Vitomian Authority look into the case. And the final question we all have, where is QuickBlaster now? Rumor has it, QB was last seen in Japan, driving on the wrong side of the road.